This market has been really difficult to trade lately. I'm just showing you the 1375 on Wednesday morning. The biggest challenge is that it's a very narrow range. Even the biggest runs are maybe only 2 points. This goes from 78.50 to 81. There's 3 points, but then you get a lot of these little back and forth things. And the one thing I will point out is the Pesavento bars tend to form a channel, and you can actually anticipate when you get to the bottom of the channel that you ought to move one way or the other. And you can see it's been fairly consistent all the way up this morning. I, quite frankly, have not taken a trade because I didn't see anything that was a strong enough signal. You see the short-term ergodic is bouncing around like this. Even the long-term ergodic on the longer time frame is just dribbling around. So if you want to take a chance on something like this, you can watch the moving averages when they cross. Here we are at 1181. The market runs only to 1183, and so you're taking a lot of risk. I mean, the market doesn't move much, and it just kind of grinds its way up here. So on days like this, I decide to go play golf. So we can show you the rest of the move, and you see the market expands relative on the picture, basically because the thing is set to automatic expansion. But there is just nothing here that you could trade or want to trade. So hope this helps. The only really thing is the moving averages are moving up, and if you want to just hang in there for all day, I guess you can do that. I don't like taking the risk. If I switch over to the shorter time frame and move it in here, let's see if I can do that. Hang on. Now I have the 333, and it looks a little better, but again, if you look at the size of the scale, the peak here is 84.50 and the bottom is 82.50. That's only a 2 point move, so you get really big bars, and it's very frustrating. I don't have any advice for you on this beyond the fact that I always wait for the market to move enough on the longer time frame and you don't see any movement. So if you actually go to an even longer time frame, I tend to have this one up as a third chart over here that is hidden. All you're seeing is just this gradual upward movement, but again, it doesn't do much. So by looking at the overnight, and this is a 2400 tick bar, don't ask me how I picked that number. It's just out of wild guess out of the middle of nowhere, is that you can see there are a few big moves, but with these longer time frames you get huge retracements, so it doesn't really help you a lot other than to give you a bigger picture of the market. So sorry I couldn't be of much help. I am going to have one of my students, Harold Williams, who's used my course for 8 years, do a webinar for all existing students probably next Saturday or as soon as Harold can get a schedule together. He is a TV producer and started out right away generating over $1,200 to $1,500 a day. So it'll be good for you to listen to someone who's been doing this for a long time. Well, sorry I couldn't be much more help, but this is how the ball bounces sometimes.